It is with great joy that we gather here to immerse ourselves in God's words. In this meeting, our central theme is the spiritual and material wealth that embraces those who hold a deep fear of God in their hearts. However, this blessing is only accessible to those who truly revere the sacred. As Psalm 111 verse 10 teaches us, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who do his precepts show good judgment. He will be praised forever. Thus, the scriptures guide us to seek this respectful fear of the Lord as a means of turning away from evil paths and moving towards a full and blessed life. The fear of God is a concept widely discussed in various religious and spiritual traditions and is considered a fundamental virtue for a life based on faith and respect for divine laws. This theme, so rich and profound, covers various dimensions of the human relationship with the divine. Fearing God does not refer to a superficial fear or terror of a punitive entity. On the contrary, it is an expression of profound respect, reverence, and admiration for God's holiness, power, and justice. It is the recognition of the divine majesty and of one's own human smallness before the greatness of the Creator. This reverence leads human beings to a conscious and voluntary obedience to the commandments and laws established by God, not out of fear of punishment, but out of a sincere desire to live in harmony with divine principles. To fear God is to understand that our every action has a spiritual and moral impact, affecting our relationship with Him and with others around us. Furthermore, the fear of God is intrinsically linked to love. True reverence for God flourishes in a heart full of love for Him, realizing that all divine law is founded on love. In this way, fearing God is also loving Him and deeply desiring to follow His ways because we recognize that in them we find true happiness and fulfillment. On the spiritual path, the fear of God is an invitation to continually reflect on our actions, thoughts, and intentions, seeking to align them with God's will. It is a call to spiritual growth, personal transformation, and commitment to a virtuous life. By addressing the theme of the fear of God in the prayer channel, we are inviting everyone to immerse themselves in a journey of self-knowledge, deep love, and respect for the sacred, cultivating a more intimate and true relationship with the Creator. It's an opportunity to reflect on how we can live more consciously and in line with the principles that elevate us spiritually and bring us closer to God. It is essential to highlight how this principle can positively influence our lives. Fearing God does not limit us, but frees us. This liberation manifests itself when we turn away from actions and thoughts that harm us spiritually and instead seek what brings us closer to the divine and enriches our soul. The fear of God also teaches us to live wisely. In the Holy Scriptures of various traditions, wisdom is often associated with the fear of the Lord. This means that by recognizing and respecting divine authority and commandments, we are guided by a wisdom that transcends human understanding. Such wisdom guides us in life's decisions, helps us discern between right and wrong, and encourages us to act with justice and compassion. This concept also invites us to a posture of humility. By recognizing God's greatness and our dependence on Him, we are called to live with humility, acknowledging our faults and seeking God's forgiveness and mercy. Humility opens us up to spiritual growth and service to others, reflecting God's love and compassion for all creation. The fear of God drives us to serve and to practice social justice. When we live with reverence for the Creator, we are moved to care for creation and our fellow human beings, fighting against injustice and seeking to promote peace and equity. Fear of God, therefore, manifests itself in concrete actions of love for others and care for the world around us. The fear of God is a path to inner peace and hope. In the midst of life's adversities and uncertainties, reverent fear of God offers us an anchor, an inexhaustible source of comfort and hope. Knowing that we are aligned with God's purposes, we can face life's challenges with serenity and confidence, trusting in God's goodness and faithfulness. By exploring the theme of the fear of God in our prayer channel, we are inviting every member of our community on a journey of deep faith that transforms the heart and mind. May this theme inspire us to live with greater integrity, love, and reverence, always seeking God's comforting and guiding presence in our lives. The fear of God enriches the fabric of our communities. This respect and reverence transcends the individual sphere, fostering a collective sense of responsibility, solidarity, and mutual care. When a community lives by the principles of the fear of God, it is guided not only by the law, but by love and compassion, creating an environment where everyone is valued and the needs of the most vulnerable are met. This concept also encourages gratitude and contentment. By fearing God, we become more aware of the countless blessings we receive on a daily basis. This awareness leads us to live with an attitude of gratitude, recognizing every moment and every gift as an expression of God's love. In a world marked by the constant search for more, the fear of God teaches us to find satisfaction in what we have and to value the simple things in life. The fear of God is an antidote to pride and selfishness. By recognizing God's greatness and our own limitations, we are encouraged to live with humility, putting the needs of others above our own and seeking to serve rather than be served. This promotes a culture of generosity and altruism, where acts of kindness and service to others are valued and encouraged. The fear of God strengthens our resilience in the face of trials. Knowing that God is just, loving and sovereign gives us the strength to face difficult times with faith and hope. This trust does not deny the reality of pain and suffering, but assures us that we are not alone in our journey and that, even in adversity, we can find purpose and growth. Fearing God opens our hearts to transformation. He calls us to a constant renewal of our thoughts and attitudes, motivating us to seek a life that more faithfully reflects God's love and holiness. This is not a journey that is completed all at once, but a continuous process of learning, failing, forgiving and trying again, always under God's guidance and grace. It goes far beyond simple obedience to rules. It is a way of life that transforms, enriches and gives meaning to our existence. By cultivating this reverent fear, we open our lives to be shaped by divine grace, living in a way that honors God and brings light to the world around us. Leave a comment in the comments if you are afraid and tell us about your experiences.